Hey everyone, it's Brandy. I know I told you I wasn't going to probably do another video until I started my cycle again and had to do a baseline in Charlottesville, but I did receive my blood work results yesterday, so I kind of wanted to fill you in on what was found and then I guess explain the next step in the process. I had several things tested. One thing was the hormone that I guess can tell you if your egg count is okay or not, or if it's low, and that came back fine. And then there was something else that was okay as well. So everything looked good except for I had a high TSH level, which has to do with it's their thyroid-stimulating hormone. And it was a 3.9, which the nurse said is technically in the normal range for, I guess, just an average person going and getting their thyroid checked. But it's a little high for someone who's trying to conceive. They prefer it to be a 2.5 or less, and mine was a 3.9. So today I had to go in and do some more lab work, and I actually got to go to the local lab, and so it saved me a trip to Charlottesville. What they did is they did a whole panel of my thyroid, and they tested they're going to do the TSH again. They're going to test the free T4, and they're also going to be testing for something called TPO, which is thyroid peroxidase. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I'm not sure. I might be totally wrong. So they're going to test for those three things and see what's going on. The TPO is actually, from what I've read, is the antibodies that I guess your body produces, and they just want to make sure that it's not attacking the thyroid. I might be a little wrong on that. I just did a brief checkup on it. But the things that they're really looking at is the TSH and the T4. They said that if the T4 and the TSH came back elevated, then that is a sign that I have hypothyroidism, and which wouldn't surprise me because my mom was diagnosed with this when she was 33. And I am 32, so it is hereditary, so it's just something that I've always been told that I would probably get, and so I'm kind of glad that they did test this. I normally get it tested every year with my physical, and it's always been in the normal range, which, like my nurse had said, it is in a normal range, but it's not normal for somebody who's trying to conceive. It needs to be lower. So if that's the case, then they will send me to an endocrinologist to help me, I guess, try to get it under control. Not that it would interfere with my IUIs, because I did ask that. I did ask if I needed to skip this month, and the nurse said absolutely not. The IUI is controlled with hormones and everything, but they do want to start getting it regulated if it is the problem. And with thyroid problems, you have an increased chance of miscarriages, and then also if you have problems and you conceive, it could pass on certain birth defects as well. So especially if it's not controlled. Now if it's controlled, then you should be fine. So that's what I'm running into right now. But if my T4 level is okay, but my TSH is the only thing that's elevated, she said they would be able to prescribe me Synthroid, which is probably what the endocrinologist would put me on anyway, but they would just go ahead and put me on that to kind of level me out, and that's something that I might have to be on for the rest of my life, and that's what my mom's on right now and seems to be doing okay with it. So it kind of sucks, but it's not anything that's, I guess, a surprise to me. I was totally expecting it. to occur someday, but I was hoping it would have been later. So yeah, I went through some stages today. I am super, super happy with Charlottesville, and I am just thrilled at the customer care that they have provided so far. I have left numerous messages, and they returned my call within, an hour or two, and they were very thorough. Even if they left a message, it wasn't like, hey, it's me calling, give me a call back and I'll explain everything. They actually left really good detailed messages on my voicemail, which I've saved in case I need to go back and listen to them again. And I'm able to contact them, and it doesn't feel like I'm bothering them. I can ask them as many questions as they want, and they will answer them with no problem. And sometimes they'll give me answers to things that I didn't even think of asking them. So I'm beyond thrilled, and I'm beyond excited to continue with the plan. So the only other emotion I went through today was a little pissed off, excuse my French, but the local doctor here knew that my mother has hypothyroidism, and I asked for multiple hormone blood tests, to which he did test me for certain hormones, but the thyroid was not one of them. And it floors me, because after reading up on it, I realized that thyroid problem is a big issue when it comes to infertility. So to me, it's common sense to, okay, let's test all this stuff out first. And I'm kind of, I'm hoping that it's not the case. I did have to go do blood work again today, like I said, and I should have those results in a couple days. And I'm hoping that, I'll have positive results on everything. But I'm just upset that if this thyroid problem is something that has been causing my infertility, I've already done 2 IUIs, and I've paid out of pocket for them. And so I'm a little bit ticked off that this simple blood work wasn't done beforehand. Had I have gotten pregnant with any of the 2 IUIs that I had done, I had an increase of a miscarriage, which no one wants to go through that. I've got a friend who went through it, and it is heartbreaking, and I could not imagine going through that myself. And so I would want to decrease every chance possible. Hence why I asked for the blood work. But, and then also with the birth defects. Who wants to go through all this and then have a child with birth defects when you could have prevented it? It doesn't make sense. And so I've been happy today because of the care, but I've also been very, very mad at my local doctor. And the sucky part is that some of the ultrasounds that I will be doing for Charlottesville, I will have to do locally because of traveling and my job. And unfortunately, they go through the local doctor here, so I'll have to continue seeing him. I won't be under his care, so to speak, but I will have to go and have ultrasounds done, and they will report everything to Charlottesville. I did ask if I could use my OBGYN instead, and they said no because he's not a specialist, which, in my opinion, they're not doing anything other than what this specialist is doing, and he's not very good, obviously, at what he's doing. So that's where I stand. I did test today, and it was negative, and just the emotional roller coaster I've been on today, and my face is breaking out normally on my chin, which is always occurring right before Aunt Flo shows up. So I'm kind of expecting her to show up in a day or two. And if that's the case, my plan is, I went ahead and ordered my injectable hormones, and they should be here Friday because I need to start those on day 5. And so if I start tomorrow or even Thursday, they'll be here in time. If I start tomorrow or Thursday, I will also call the Charlottesville clinic and try to schedule an appointment for my baseline, and I'm going to try to schedule that for Friday afternoon. It just seems to work better for me. I hate taking time off of work, but I've kind of worked through lunches this week, so I should be okay. And yeah, because Saturday I'm busy. I'm walking in the St. Patty's Day Parade here locally. We're walking the Franklin County Humane Society dogs, so just to get them out and about. Then I've got my little cousin coming over who's 4 years old, and then I've got a baby shower to go to on Sunday, so it's a busy weekend for me, and as much as I would rather go up on a weekend and not have to use a vacation half day, I got to do what works in my schedule, I guess, and that would be it. So that's about it. I am still a little frustrated, still a little stressed, so I am going to go walk my 3 heathens one at a time, because they are hard to walk all 3 at one time, and each one has different levels of how far they can walk, so but yeah, I'm going to go get some exercise in while I can. The weather is, I know I've been telling you it's been snowing, and the weather's been kind of crazy, and believe it or not, it is 75 degrees today, so, and then it's supposed to be cold again tomorrow, so I don't know what's going on. Hope Mother Nature gets her things in check. I would really love spring to just be here and stay here. I am more, my body works better in the springtime than the wintertime, so. Alrighty, well, I will check in again as soon as I know something else, but if anyone knows anything about hypothyroidism, or even, I guess, hyperthyroidism, I'm just trying to research and figure out some things, and I know it's hard to do on my own, so if you have dealt with this and infertility, please, please, please share your thoughts, share your experience. If you know anyone who's been through it, please share their story if you don't mind. This is kind of new to me, and so I'm not shocked, but I am. So I guess this is just the infertility process. So, well, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Just keep up with my journey, and I hope everyone has a great week. Bye.